church goes through a wilderness experience. Can we count the number of times God stepped in for you? Job explained that I take a path, and the path that I have taken, I cannot see him. Me check me left, me check me right. But nevertheless, he knows the path I have chosen. And after he has tried me, I will come out like fine gold. Let me take my time and explain this. A wilderness, a biaya, nyawo hwehwe no, eno ni nyawo, enya eno ni nyawo nyawo ho. A biaya, asetna no enye easy, asetna no e harsh. If you are bo, say you so ne to so nso no be talk basa bi hu so. And the wilderness experience, a biaya, when you are in a wilderness experience, is not a very comfortable experience. And today, if we look at this scripture is saying that and when they got to the wilderness, the people began to complain. And one of the complaints of this scripture is the fact that they wanted water. Is God helping us? I need you to have an understanding that every church goes through a wilderness experience. Every church, every man of God, every believer goes through what we call the wilderness experience. Where you must believe God for them. You will not have it as you want it. You must trust God. You are going and you cannot see your way, and you have to trust God. A wilderness experience is what Job explained, that I take a path, and the path that I have taken, I cannot see him. Me check me left, me check me right, but nevertheless, he knows the path I have chosen. And after he has tried me, I will come out like fine gold. So the Israelites moving from Egypt to the promised land, they had to go through the wilderness. And us as a church, we also are going through a wilderness experience till the time God will carry you to the destination, the promised land. So if we want to talk about this ministry, we will realize that we started this ministry in a hall. And it started as a prayer. And then the prayer grew into a church. And then the Lord moved us from there to this place and built this place for us. Are you there? I remember that when we were trying to look for a place, I sold my car and went to pay for a place. The man took the money and refused to give me the place. And I felt that he was a wicked man. I did not know that it was God. You cannot dodge a wilderness experience. And I will bring you to the reason why you cannot dodge a wilderness experience. We wanted to dodge the wilderness experience because we felt that we had people, or better still, we had the resources. No. When you decide to move with God, you have to go through the wilderness experience. Because if you don't go through the wilderness experience, there are things that they are ahead of you. And when you come into contact with those things and you do not have the wilderness experience, the wilderness experience, because in the wilderness experience, God will be doing miracles. So when you dodge the wilderness experience, you will now come to a place where you meet a lion and a bear. And when you meet a lion and a bear, you also come and meet a wall of Jericho. If you don't go through the wilderness experience, you can never believe God. Is God helping us? So the wilderness experience is a place where God trains you. It is a place where God reveals his mission and purpose, and where God helps you to fall in alignment according to his will. So we don't dodge wilderness experience. Even in the area of marriage, in the area of motherhood, you go through wilderness experience. Is God helping us? So these people are in the wilderness, and regardless of all the miracles God has done among them, they had a challenge of water, and they were making complaints towards Moses and his God, and saying, why did you not leave us? I didn't know when giant was Mizrim. And these were the same people. Nevertheless, when he had come to deliver them, and he's carrying them to a place which is flowing with milk and honey, I don't know whether they wanted God to fly them. They could not trust God, regardless of his miracle. Red Sea encounter, all the things, angels moving with them, the glory of God coming upon the tent, all the manifestations of God. Still here, these people could not just believe God. And I'm praying for somebody here that you have faith in the Lord. Oh, because there are so many miracles around your life. Can we count the number of times God stepped in for you? Can we count them? Have you sat down to make account of the number of times God stepped in for you? That the little challenge that you encounter, you are now murmuring. Sorry, sir. And then, nevertheless, you have seen the hand of God many times. The last time you felt sick, you didn't have money to go to the hospital. You don't know how the sickness left you, but some way, somehow, the sickness, it left. Or we do not classify that as a miracle. Let's move.